G'day, welcome back to Project Brupeg, the story of a sunken fishing trawler converting into a global expedition and research boat. This week, wings. We got our skins on. What a cracker morning. Still quiet as in the yard. It's early. There you go, the sun is only just above the boats. But this morning's job, we're going to go and get started and get these skins welded onto the wings. We're ready to go.
Like 3 mil or something.
Yeah, it's got those holes. Like that.
Here she comes like the rays of the sun she shines. A 10 out of 10 alone, she's no less than a dime.
So we're assuming it's in the right position.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It only has to be within like a millimetre or two.
Ooh, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great, eh?
Oh, that looks really lined up. Should we tack this side first?
Yeah, let's do one tack on here. Let's throw one in the middle here.
To have this love and carry my stride and carry on. Ooh, and carry on. She got the soul of a warrior, but a tender heart, yeah.
It's the first time it's looked that way.
Yeah. No clamps, no nothing.
Absolutely perfect line. I think it's the telltale sign that we've got it lined up properly.
Yeah, so there's about a maybe, 3 mil gap or something the whole way down. That'll fill up beautiful.
Yeah, lovely.
So the rest
I
line up.
think I can see there's a slight rise to the corner on this one, on there.
We could probably knock that down with a
Yeah,
hammer.
it's still like a mill.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted.
I'm just being pedantic.
Yeah, good. So these line up really nice. You can sort of see them sitting right on that rib, and then we've ground the rib off, so we've got basically clean steel to weld to. So yeah, let's get into it.
And this line is lovely. There's a nice gap to get some weld in there.
Same deal, about maybe a 3 mil gap, something like that, all the way along that edge.
Wow, what do you think? Do you like the look of it?
Yeah, I'm really happy with it, mate.
Yeah? Oh, it's beautiful. And now you'll be able to cut that end out
This
the
bit?
way you want. Yeah.
Yeah, so I basically mark like a 1 inch line all the way around it, and then cut it so it's 1 inch all the way around here, and then as I get to the back I go to the full width of it, so it'll be 200 mil wide at the back, so it'll work. If you think of an Airbus A320, they have little winglets that come out like that and then go back in. They're like a little triangle on the back end of the wing. It's like an elongated version of that, basically. We're not doing Boeing 747 or 7371, sorry, where they do the massive 2 metre high jobbies. That's version 2.
And carry on, yeah.
So when you're welding something like this, like a big flat surface, you want to make sure you take account of heat and warpage. If you weld around the edge first, it's going to bow up in the middle because it has to expand as it gets hot, and it'll grow somewhere and it'll bow up in that middle and ruin all your alignment on the middle. So you start in the middle and concentrically work your way out and finish on the edges, and that way as it grows the edges can just sort of move over and grow with it, and it doesn't cause you any drama with where you're trying to weld. Alright, so we've got one side welded up. I'm going to let whatever's on fire inside that wing just burn itself out, because, you know, that's what you do. But we've got our beads. They do need a bit of a clean up with a buff wheel, etc., all the way down here. And then this one I had to do a bit of a big weld because there was a wee bit of gap. You can sort of see, come around there, you can see there's a bit of a gap, maybe 5mm, so had to do quite a chunky bead along there. But we've got a fairly nice weld along here. I'm happy with that. We'll clean that up. Same deal along here, right the way up. And I've left this here, I did blow a hole in it because I had the settings wrong. I've left this here open, and I'll weld that up right at the end. And the reason being is because I want to give this plate here a little bit of room to expand and contract, etc. when we're playing with that one. This gives you an idea of some of the welds. So I did two different things. So this one here, you can sort of see I started in the middle at the closest to the bottom of the screen, and then went to the left, did a U-turn, came all the way back down, did another U-turn once I got to the end, and then sort of joined back up in the middle. So you can see that bubble in the middle. I decided to change tacks in the end, and I actually ended up doing a single big weld all the way down. And it seemed to work a little bit better. I'm trying to find some other examples. There's one over the back there, another one there, one there, and then over here we had to do quite a big weld because you remember there was that gap that ran right along the front, so that gives you an idea of the gap there. I left a little bit clear so that it could cool down, but then we had to do a fairly big weld to sort of join all that up. And then along there, I'm pretty happy with them. They've come out all right, and up this back end as well. It's a pretty easy weld given that it's basically a flat lap join. It's really easy. You can sort of sit your hand on the back trailing edge of the wing and guide it down. You don't have to really adjust your position the whole way down. So I sort of set myself up so that it could be as easy as I could when we were welding these together.
Looking more like a wing now, mate.
It's getting there, isn't it?
Lovely.
So there we have it, one wing. I need to flip it over and do the welding on the other side, and I need to add in a couple of bungs. In fact, I'll do the bungs now while the wing's over this way around, but yeah, we're getting there. That's coming up really nice. Okay, that's me done for the night. So what have we managed to get through today? Both sides on the back end of one wing is basically welded, so that's done. Don't have to do anything more there other than maybe a little bit of grinding and touch up if anything leaks that shows up in the pressure test. I did get one of the two bungs in, so I'll show you what I just did there. So this bung here I just put in. I was thinking about putting it on this side of the wing on the 16mm plate, but I decided not to. And the reason being is because I had to drill through 16mm of steel or 4mm of steel, and it's going to make virtually no difference to flow, even though it is on the wing side where it is right there. It's not going to make virtually any difference in terms of drag overall for this boat, and it just makes it a lot easier to fit it in there. Now the other end, this is the end that sticks up. We'll be able to see vertical when we're on the deck of the boat. So I've put the hole, there's the pilot hole, and that just goes between the two main spars, the 16mm spars that are inside that wing. So I'll be drilling that out tomorrow. I'll probably maybe even plasma it for all I know, or hole saw it, something like that. But that's the plan, get the other bung in that end. Once we've got the other bung in the other end, that allows us to be able to start pressure testing that wing. No, it doesn't. I got to flip it over and weld the other side. It almost allows us to start pressure testing that wing. So what we'll do, once we can, we'll get the forky in, we'll flip that wing over, we'll weld up the other side fully, and then we can pressure test it. But we'll get the other wing to the same standard, so we'll get this, where are we? This piece of steel just here. That's sitting there waiting, ready to cut up. So that's tomorrow's job. Chop that in half. We'll start sticking that on the wing over there, and we'll be ready to start welding that in too.
You got eyes like summer sky. If you're smart, could kill or die. And now it starts to rain, so let's enjoy it. I can't